online, but for some reason.
Meeting of the Scrutiny Value for Money Council Committee on Wednesday the 1st October 2025. Item 1 on the agenda to receive any apologies.
Thank you, Chair. We've received apologies from Councillor Bailey.
Thank you very much indeed. Item 2, declarations of interest. Do any councillors have any declarations of interest to declare on the items under discussion at this evening's meeting? No, I'll take that as no. Item 3, to consider urgent business brought forward to the meeting. I'm not aware of any urgent business for consideration at the meeting. Item 4, questions from the public. We've not received any questions from members of the public. Item 5 on the agenda, questions from members of the committee. We've not received any questions from the members of the committee. Agenda item number 6, public minutes of the previous meeting on the 2nd of July 2025. I propose the approval of the public minutes from the previous meeting. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Clark. Thank you. We'll now go to the vote. All those are for? All those against? And any abstentions? Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, we have to abstain, sorry, because we're not there.
Yes. Yep. So 2 abstentions, Councillor Hudson. Yep. Thank you. Item 7, appointment of Vice Chairman. Are there any nominations for the Vice Chairman of the committee for the ensuing year? Councillor Gripsky.
Could I propose Councillor Robert Hawkins, please?
Thank you. Could I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Shrive. We will now go to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Any against? Any abstentions? That's unanimous.
Yeah, 2 abstentions, sorry, Chair.
Thank you. And that is carried unanimously. I now can confirm the Council has been appointed Vice Chairman of the committee for the ensuing year. So congratulations, Councillor Hawkins. Item 8, Quarter 1 Performance Report 2025, Corporate Plan, Leisure Contract, Towns Fund Programme and Insourcing Grounds Maintenance Contract. I now invite Sean to provide a performance report update on the corporate plan for Quarter 4. Please note that appendices 2, 3 and 4 will be considered in the private part of the meeting. So if councillors have any points to discuss on these sections, please raise them in the private part of the meeting.
Thank you, Chair. This is an update on the 2025-26 Quarter 1 Performance Report, which reviews the Council's progress towards achieving its corporate plan priorities between April and June of this year, along with the latest updates on the leisure contract, the Towns Fund programme and the insourcing of grounds maintenance contracts. For the corporate plan, each target has been graded using the usual traffic light system, and of the 85 live targets, 90.59% are green, 7.06% amber and 2.35% are red. The tables on pages 8 and 9 of the covering report show further analysis, including how those percentages break down across the corporate priorities as well as individual cabinet portfolios. The red and amber targets are detailed in table 3 on pages through 10 through 13 of the report, and includes some commentary to provide additional context around the circumstances with each of those targets. Table 4 details the corporate plan target on waste reduction, which will be agreed post-outturn, while Table 5 highlights a target which has been proposed for deletion. Appendix 1 includes comprehensive data on all indicators within the corporate plan for review. There are two recommendations of this report. One, to agree the target detailed within Table 4, and the second is to consider the overall report. I'll hand back to you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Sean. Are there any questions? Councillor Hudson, Councillor Sankey, do you have any questions?
Not from me, sorry. Steve's trying to get on, but for some reason it won't let him in.
Thank you. In that case, we'll move on to item 9, Scrutiny Review Programme Update. I now invite Sean to provide an update.
Thank you, Chair. So, as you know, the committee have met twice since the last full committee meeting, with officers working in the background to make amendments and finalise the draft report. A meeting was held on the 17th of September, which resulted in some small changes being made to the report, which was subsequently shared with the committee for review and feedback. This report, which is nearly complete, will now be ready to be approved by the committee. Once approved, the report can be taken through CMT and the relevant groups before being presented to Cabinet later in the year. There are additional reviews planned post this, including a review of CCTV across the borough, but the committee may wish to discuss these prior to deciding on the next review. Once this has been decided, we will organise a meeting to help draft and decide on the scoping paper for that particular review.
Thank you very much indeed again, Sean, providing us with the update. Are there any questions from the committee? No. Councillor Hudson, any from yourself?
None from me, sorry.
Thank you. We'll now go to item 10, Public Executive Decision Records. A list of public executive decisions have been circulated with the agenda. Does anyone have any questions on any of these? No? Okay. Thank you for that. We'll now move on to item 11, representation on outside organisations' annual reports. Members were asked to note the content of the annual reports circulated with the agenda. Don't think has anybody got any questions in relation to that item? No. Okay, thank you. We'll move on to item 12, which is the date of the next meeting, which will be Wednesday, the 7th of January 2026. And so that's confirmed into a new year. We have 4 items to consider in private, so I will now move that in accordance with section 100, open bracket, close bracket A, open bracket 4, close bracket, of the Local Government Act 1972, the press and public be excluded from the remainder of the meeting, as it is likely, in view of the nature of the business to be transacted or the nature of the proceedings, that there would be disclosed exempt information as defined in the paragraphs of Part 1 of Schedule 12A of the Act, indicated in brackets before each item number on the agenda. And I do note there's not a comma or a full stop in that statement. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Shrive. We'll now go to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Any abstentions?
Yeah, you'll have to have 2, sorry, Chair.
Thank you very much indeed. And I can now confirm that vote